down on our backs all the way. You can bring your feet flat on the mat, walk them out to the outside edges, allow the knees to come in and touch each other, resting against one another. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on the belly. Get to allow the body to settle down towards the mat. Get to notice the parts of your body that are pressing into the earth. And those parts that are lifting up away from the earth. Feel the feet pressing into the ground. Notice the arches lifting up away from the ground. And begin to scan the body, starting at the toes. Working your way slowly, inch by inch, up the ankles and the legs. Getting to know each square inch of the body as it is today, in this space, in this moment. Scanning the belly and the low back. Working your way up through the torso. The more we are aware of how the body feels, the more we can honor where it's at, moving slowly into the poses. So taking this time to get to know each part of the body before we begin moving. Scan down the arms. Scanning the back of the head and the front of the face. Getting a whole body image of the entire body in the mind's eye. Notice if there's anything that you're avoiding or leaning into more. And shift your awareness to your mind. Notice what thoughts are floating around in the clouds today. How many are there? What do they look like? Getting to know the thoughts that live in our mind. Realizing that they're separate from us. We don't have to engage in them if we don't want to. Gently pulling your awareness to your breath, following the inhale, stay for the exhale. Notice how the body is breathing today in this space. Is it short and shallow, or long and deep? Does it flow smoothly or choppily? And slowly begin to lengthen out the inhale, lengthen out the exhale. Making full, deep belly breaths, filling the belly up, filling the lungs up, filling Filling the entire body with fresh air on the inhale. Letting the body soften down towards the earth on the exhale. Keep this slow, full breath with you throughout class today. Notice when you've lost it, pause and come back to the breath. Let this be your guide, moving in and out of postures. You can keep the eyes closed or gently blink them open. We'll hug the knees into the chest, giving them a squeeze. Maybe you rock side to side, massaging the lower back. Gently find stillness. Keep the right leg hugged in. Extend the left leg long onto the mat. Press your left heel into the mat as you flex your left toes back towards your face. Keeping the left leg nice and active. Continue to follow the breath in and out of the body. Feeling the inhale press against the right thigh. Notice the exhale soften away. When you're ready, finding your strap, grabbing it, unwinding it, wrapping it around the ball of your right foot. Extend the right foot long. Flex both toes back towards your face. Connect back to the inhale, back to the exhale. Notice where in the body you're feeling the sensation the most. See if you can allow the breath to travel down to the sensation, bringing ease to those tissues and cells. Full big breaths in through the body, deep exhales out of the body, letting all else melt away. Only thing to focus on is the breath flowing in and out. Take the strap into our right hand. Take your left hand to your left hip. Keep both hips planted on the mat as you take the leg over to the right, opening the leg up. If your leg reaches, you can use your elbow as a kickstand here. Keeping the leg nice and active with muscle hugging the bone, the foot flexed back towards the face. Inhale back to center. Take the strap into your left hand. Take your right hand into your right hip crease. Both hips stay planted. Take the leg over to the left, any amount. It might not go very far. Breathe into the sensations that the body is sending you. Inhale back to center, taking the strap in both hands. Notice how the stretch has shifted. bring our left foot flat onto the mat. Hook our right ankle over our left thigh. Place a strap to the side. Flex your right toes back towards your knee. Then if you would like, you can interlace your hands behind your left thigh to deepen the stretch. Keeping the right toes flexed towards the knee. This helps protect the knee joint from twisting in any uncomfortable positions. Gently release the left leg if it's interlaced, placing the left foot flat. Place the right foot flat. Pause. Feel the right hip compared to the left hip. Then hug your left leg into the chest. Extend your right leg long, pressing the heel into the mat. Flex the right toes back towards the face. Connect back to the inhale, back to the exhale. Slow, steady breaths in and out of the nose. These slow, steady breaths signal to the body that it's safe to stretch and release, opening the tissues up. Then when you're ready, take your strap, wrap it around the ball of your left foot. Extend the left leg nice and long. Flex both feet back towards your face, keeping the legs nice and active. Then notice if your left hip is hiked up higher than your right. See if you can draw it down in space, evening the hips out. And watch the body breathe in, sipping cool, fresh air in through the nose. Stay for the exhale out. Taking the strap into your left hand, take your right hand to your right hip. Extend the leg open to the left any amount, using your elbow as a kickstand if needed. Feel where the body is stretching. See if you can allow the breath to travel down, softening the area that's being stretched. Inhale back to center. Grab the strap in your right hand, taking your left hand into your left hip crease, drawing the leg over to the right. The toes are pointing towards the right shoulder. The foot is still flexed, nice and active. Let the breath travel down to the outer hip, softening the stretch. Using the breath as a tool to help the body soften and relax into the pose. Inhale back to center, taking the strap in both hands. Your feet are nice and flexed. Fill the body up nice and full on the inhale, soften on the exhale. You'll bring your right foot flat onto the mat, hook your left ankle across your right thigh, move the strap off to the side, If you did so on the other side, go ahead and interlace your hands behind your thigh, if they're not already. Keeping the left toes flexed towards your knee. Observe where the sensation is being felt the most. Notice where you feel no sensation at all. Gently release the leg, placing the right foot flat, unhooking the left foot, placing the left foot flat, pausing to feel the left hip compared to the right hip. And when you're ready, grabbing behind your thighs and rocking on your spine, making small movements at first, then making larger movements until you come all the way up to a seat. We'll meet in a tabletop position, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, the knees underneath the hips. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Press the earth away from you. We'll move through some cat-cows. Inhaling to come forward, drawing the chest through the arms. Exhaling to round and drop the head. Inhaling to come forward. Exhaling to tuck the tailbone, drop the head. Inhale forward. Continue moving at the pace of your own breath, pressing the floor away from you as you continue to move. Waking up the spine, bringing new life, new energy into the body. Feel free to pause and stop in any spot that feels sticky or tender. It's calling out to you in any way. Really pressing the mid-back up towards the ceiling as you arch the spine. Then focusing on arching the mid-back when you come through the arms. Coming back to finding stillness when you're ready. We'll bring our big toes to touch. The knees can go out wide. Sit your hips back. Sitting back for child's pose. Let the forehead come towards the mat. Connect back to your breath in. Back to your breath out. Letting each breath be a new journey, a new experience to go on. Press your hands firmly into the mat, preparing to come forward. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back, coming into your downward facing dog. Lengthening from your wrists to your armpits, out through your hips, getting as long as you possibly can. Letting your ears be in line with your upper arms. Maybe you bend one knee and straighten the other leg, walking out your dog, opening up the back of the legs. Gently finding stillness in the posture. On your exhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands, coming into a forward fold. Feet are hip width distance apart, head is nice and heavy. Grab onto either elbow, sway side to side. Find stillness in your forward fold. You can keep the arms grasped or place them down on the floor. Inhale to a halfway lift, drawing the spine nice and long. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up, hands overhead. Stretching towards the ceiling. Exhale the hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale the hands down. Inhale the hands up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale to plant the hands, step your feet back, coming into a high plank. Lower down to the knees, lower down to the belly, coming all the way down. We'll press the tops of our feet into the mat. Inhale to lift the chest, baby cobra. Exhale to lower down. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Press the floor away from you, keeping the weight in your index and thumb fingers as you firm the upper arms in towards the midline. Staying steady on the breath in. Stay for the breath out. Knowing that following the breath is the only practice. Letting each breath guide you into the next movement. On your next exhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Coming into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up, hands overhead. Exhale the hands down by your side. Inhale the hands up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, draw the spine nice and long. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, coming into a high plank. Lower down to the knees, lower down to the belly, come all the way down. We'll bring our hands by our lower ribs so they're almost underneath the elbows. Draw the shoulder heads up away from the earth so the chest is spreading, and then inhale to lift all the way up to your full cobra. Exhale to lower down. Tuck the toes, press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Immediately begin watching the inhale. Stay for the exhale. On your next exhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale to fold, bending the knees as much as needed. Inhale to rise all the way up, hands overhead. Exhale the hands down by your side. Inhale the hands up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plant the hands, step the feet back, come into a high plank. Pressing the floor away from you. Gently lower the knees, lower down to the belly, come all the way down. Bring the hands by your lower ribs. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale to rise up to full cobra. Exhale to lower down. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Connect back to the inhale in. Stay for the exhale out. Letting the breath guide you through each of your postures, each of your movements. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale to bring it through to the front of your mat. Lower your back knee down. Use your block. Come into a low lunge with the blocks on whatever level is best for you. Spread the chest nice and wide. And gently walk yourself backwards, coming into a half split. Stacking the hips over the knees, folding forward. Notice if your right hip has gone farther in front. See if you can draw it back in space by squeezing the thighs together. Keeping the right toes flexed towards the face so the leg is nice and active. And walk yourself forward back into your low lunge. Move the blocks off to the side. Send your right foot back to meet your left, sending the hips up, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Your next inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale to bring it through to the front of your mat. Lowering the back knee down, bringing the blocks back in. Spread the chest. Feel the sensations in the legs. Where is it happening the most? Can the breath travel down to those areas? When you're ready, walking yourself back, coming into a half split. Stacking the hips over the knee. Flex the left toes. And fold over the left leg any amount. Continuing to draw the left hip back in space. Just stay focused on your inhale, focused on the exhale. Walk yourself forward, coming back into a low lunge. Move the blocks off to the side, send the left foot back to meet the right, send the hips up, downward facing dog. Watch how the body breathes fresh air in. Play witness to how the exhale leaves the body. And then exhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up, hands overhead. Exhale the hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Take a breath in to rise the hands up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, plants the hands, steps the feet back. Lower down to the knees, lower down to the belly, coming all the way down. Bring the hands by the lower ribs. Inhale to rise to your full cobra. Spreading the chest nice and wide. Exhale to lower down. Tuck the toes. Press yourself up and back, downward facing dog. Immediately watch the body breathe in the fresh air. Stay for the exhale out. Letting any thoughts or wonderings drift away as we stay focused on the breath. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale to bring it through to the front of your mat. Lowering the back knee, untucking the back toes. Bringing the blocks in. Spreading the chest nice and wide. Notice where in the left leg you're feeling sensation. Can the breath travel down to those areas and soften the sensation? Gently walking yourself backwards, coming into a half split, drawing the right hip back in space as you fold over the front leg, keeping the right toes flexed towards your face. Let the head be heavy, and watch the body breathe in, watch the body breathe out. Slow, steady breaths, constantly welcoming in new opportunities and releasing the old. On an inhale, walk yourself forward, coming back into a low lunge. We'll move the blocks. Tuck our back toe, lift our back knee, send the right foot back to meet the left and down dog. Inhale to lift the left leg high. Exhale, bring it through to the front of your mat. Lowering the back knee, bringing the blocks back in, helping to spread the chest nice and wide. Beautiful. And connect back to the inhale, back to the exhale. Walk yourself backwards, stacking the hips over the knee, finding length and then folding over the leg. Keeping the toes flexed towards the face, nice and active. This helps keep the stretch happening in the back of the leg. Let the body breathe in and out. Big, deep breaths. Letting it know it's safe to release and welcome in the new energy, the new oxygen. On an inhale, walk yourself forward, coming back into your low lunge. Move your blocks off to the side. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, down dog. Watch the body breathe in. Watch the body breathe out. And then exhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, hands overhead. Exhale the hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in and out. Your next exhale, lower the hands down by your side. Inhale the hands up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, plants the hands, steps the feet back. Lower down all the way to your belly. Bring the hands by your lower ribs. Lift the shoulder blades up away, or the shoulder heads up away from the earth. Then press in, opening to your full cobra. Exhale to lower down. Tuck the toes. Lift yourself up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale to bring it through to the front of your mat. We'll keep the back knee lifted, so line your feet up on two different railroad tracks. Then we'll inhale up to a high lunge, reaching the fingertips towards the ceiling, finding our balance. Then bring the hands to the hips. Notice if your hips are tilting too far forward. Try to bring them back so they're standing up nice and even. Inhale the hands up. Take a deep breath in and out. Your Next exhale, lower the hands down, step the foot back, send the hips up, downward facing dog. Stay steady on the breath. Inhale to lift the left leg high. Exhale, bring it through to the front of your mat. Lining your feet up on different tracks. Inhale to rise. Bringing the hands back to the hips. Evening them out might mean you bend the back knee. Inhale the hands up. Stretching the torso nice and long. Exhale the hands down, step the foot back, send the hips up, downward facing dog. Follow the inhale, stay for the exhale. Constant exchange of new and old energy flowing through the body. On your exhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice long spine, shoulder blades coming together. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up, hands overhead. Exhale the hands down by your side. Inhale the hands up. On an exhale, sit your hips down and back, coming into chair pose. Keeping the weight in the heels here. Lengthening the torso. On an exhale, fold over the thighs, forward fold. Inhale to rise halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, high plank. Press the ground away from you as the chest spreads wide. And then we'll lower down to the knees, lower down to the belly, come all the way down. Bring your hands by your lower ribs. Inhale up to your full cobra. Exhale to lower down. Tuck the toes, press yourself up and back, downward facing dog. Connect back to the inhale, back to the exhale. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, bring it through to the front of the mat. Keeping both feet on different tracks so you have some balance when you rise up. Inhale to a high lunge. Pressing the back leg nice and firm, keeping it active. We'll bring the hands to heart center. Gently lean yourself forward. Begin to twist open to the right, hooking the left elbow. Pressing the palms away from one another to help deepen the twist. Making sure that back leg stays nice and active. Inhale to unwind, stretching the hands up. Exhale to lower the hands down, step the foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale to bring it through to the front of your mat, lining your feet up on different tracks. Inhale to rise up. Nice long torso. Stretching the fingers towards the ceiling. Bring the hands to heart center. Lean yourself forward. And begin to twist open to the left, hooking the right elbow on the right knee. Pressing the palms away from one another. Staying steady on the breath in. Stay for the breath out. Your next inhale, gently unwind, stretching the hands overhead. Exhale to lower the hands down, step the foot back, send the hips up, down dog. Watch the body fill up with air. Witness the body effortlessly empty the body of air. And then exhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up, hands overhead. Exhale the hands down by your side. Inhale the hands up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulder blades coming together. Exhale to plant the hands, step the feet back. High plank. Pausing here for a moment. And lowering down all the way to the belly. Bringing the hands by the lower ribs. Pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale up to a high full cobra, spreading the chest nice and wide. Exhale to lower down. Tuck the toes. Press yourself up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, bring it through to the front of your mat. Line your feet up on two different railroad tracks. Inhale up to a high lunge, crescent pose. Lengthen the torso, stretch the arms up towards the ceiling. Bring your hands to heart center, lean forward. Begin to rotate open to the right, hooking the left elbow, pressing the palms away from one another. Staying steady on the breath in. Watch the breath flow out. Know this is the only practice to breathe in and out, letting the mind be steady on the breath. Inhale to unwind, stretching up. Exhale to lower down, step the foot back, send the hips up, down dog. Stay connected to the breath in and the breath out. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale to bring it through. Lining your feet up on two different tracks. Inhale up to your crescent lunge. Lengthening the torso as we stretch the fingers towards the ceiling. Bring the hands to heart center. Gently lean forward. Rotate open to the left, hooking the right elbow on the left knee. Staying connected to the breath in, the breath out. Inhale, unwinds you, brings the hands up. Exhale the hands down, step the foot back, send the hips up, down dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale to bring it through to the front of your mat. This time we'll spin the back foot flat, aligning heel to heel. While we're down here, go ahead and bring your blocks in towards the mat on the highest setting. And we'll inhale to rise all the way up. Straighten the front knee, turn the hips to face the front of your mat, and gently begin to fold over the leg any amount, holding on to the blocks, letting the head be heavy. Continue to draw that right hip back in space, striving to make it even with the left. This is pyramid pose. On an inhale, press yourself halfway up. Bring your hands to your hips, and then inhale to rise all the way up. We'll cartwheel the hands down. You can leave the blocks where they're at if they're not in the way. And then inhale the left leg high. Exhale to bring it through. Bring the blocks back in. Align heel to heel, placing the back foot flat. And we'll rise all the way up. Turn the hips towards the front of the room. And begin to fold over the thigh any amount. Placing the hands on the blocks. Continuing to draw the left hip back in space. Trying to make it even with the right. As we continue to fold over the left leg. Let the head be heavy. Allow the breath to travel freely into the body, freely out of the body. Inhale to a halfway lift. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale to rise up. Then we'll cartwheel the hands down, move the blocks out of the way, send the foot back, coming into down dog. Connect back to the breath in and out. On your next breath out, lower down to your knees. Come to sitting on your bottom. We'll bring our feet together to touch, coming into a butterfly position. Inhale to find length, getting nice and long. And exhale to fold over the legs, letting the head be nice and heavy. Connect back to the breath, letting the inhale fill you up, letting the exhale soften the body. And inhale, rise up, bring your knees together. We'll roll down onto our back. Hug the knees into your chest. Take your arms in between your legs and then reach for the outside edges of your feet, coming into a happy baby position, shining the feet towards the ceiling as you press the tailbone into the earth. Maybe bend one knee and straighten the other leg, bringing some movement to your happy baby, or you rock side to side. And gently finding stillness in the posture, pulling the knees towards the earth. Gently release when you're ready, bringing the knees back into the chest. We'll take our arms out to a T. Allow your knees to drop over to the right-hand side. If it feels okay on your neck, go ahead and take your gaze over the left side. Lengthening from your hip to your shoulder. Watch the inhale come in. Stay for the exhale out. Inhale the legs back to center. Exhale the legs over to the left, taking the gaze over the right hand shoulder. the breath, letting the mind settle on the inhale and the exhale. Inhale the knees back to center, giving them a squeeze. Maybe you rock side to side. And finding any free movements before stretching out to your final resting pose, Shavasana. Letting the legs stretch out long, letting the arms stretch out with the palms facing upwards. I'll be placing wet washcloths on your eyes. If you don't want one, go ahead and place a hand on your belly. Begin to let the legs relax and soften. Let the torso become soft, letting the low back melt into the earth beneath you. Let your upper back melt into the mat. Letting the shoulders spread and soften. The arms are heavy and relaxed. The muscles of the throat can relax. As the cheeks become heavy. The nose softens. The forehead relaxes, letting the crinkles melt away. As the eyeballs stop squinting, letting the muscles around the eyes become soft, letting the ears relax, letting the entire body soften and relax into the mat. As you keep your awareness at the tip of your nose, where the air comes in and out of the body. Letting all else drift away, nowhere to go, nothing to do, except absorb the benefits of the practice. Find a long, deep breath into the body, filling the body up with air. Gently release the breath, letting it out. Take another long, deep breath in, filling the body up. Gently release. Take another long, deep breath in, making it your deepest, most full breath yet. Gently release. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes, inviting movement back into the body. Maybe roll out your wrists and your ankles, bringing larger movements back into the body, making sure you roll them out in both directions. And stretching your hands overhead, getting nice and long from your toes to your fingers. When you're ready, gently rolling over to your right hand side. Pausing there in a space of gratitude for everything that you have, everything that you are. And press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Bringing your hands to heart center. Gently bowing the head. Recognizing the wisdom that lies in the heart. Bow forward to seal in the benefits of your practice.